Hello students. So in the last topic we discussed with the functions and the difference between the various level of management, that is the top level, middle level and the bottom level, in which we have understood like that the top level has more function related to the management, the middle level has simultaneously working on both, that is the management and the administration, and generally the bottom level does the work of the administration as compared to the work of the management. So after completing that topic, now we are on the next topic, and that is the various functions of the management. To run the organization, there are so many functions of the management that an organization will require, without which the smooth functioning of the organization will not become possible. And from the very beginning, we have understood like that the management is a process in which there are so many functions which are being included. So first of all, let's try to understand the meaning of the word process. What do you mean by the word process? We can say like that a process is basically a series of steps, in simple words if we have to say. But in actually, if we see it in the terms of management terminology, then a process means a series of functions which are continuously performed. Look at here carefully. Process is a series of functions which are continuously performed. So it is not like that. Once the function is done, then we are done. That means it's over. No, it's not like that. Once it begins, it will keep on moving from the beginning of the organization till the end part of the organization. So, continuously perform for the accomplishment of predetermined objectives of a business. Accomplishment meaning thereby achievement, to achieve something, right? So, for the accomplishment of predetermined objective. Now, the word predetermined means to decide anything in advance. So if it is decided in advance, that is known as a predetermined, and we have predetermined the objective. So we can say in simple words like that. If we want to achieve anything, that is our objective, and our objectives are predetermined, and for the accomplishment of which will require a series of functions is to be performed continuously, then we can term it as a process. Now, this is a very important line, right? So, in your textbook, if you look at it carefully, then above the table of the classification of functions of management, the definition of process is given to you, which is mentioned on the board. So, you will just tick mark or make it underline or put a bracket into the definition of process in your textbook, because it's very important and 1 mark answer, and it's a corner question, sometimes asking board. So just highlight it, right? So after seeing the definition of process, let's begin our next topic, and very important one as far as your board examinations are concerned, and that is the classification or the functions of the management. That is the classification. Now, according to the different writer, the functions of management are so many, but it varies from the person to person. We know that management is a process and it requires various functions. But according to the different writers or the expert of the management, the functions of management are different. So let's see one by one. First of all, according to the Kunz and O'Donnell, if you see it, right? According to the Kunz and O'Donnell, there are basically 5 functions of the management. Now, Kunz and O'Donnell is not a new name for you, because we have studied the definition of management, that the management is nothing but getting things done with the efforts of others. That was the definition given by the Kunz and O'Donnell. Then according to them, there are 5 functions. The number 1 is the planning. Planning stands for to decide anything in advance is called planning. Second is the organizing. Organizing means whatever is decided at planning stage will require a structure to implement the same, and that is the organizing. So that's the second one. Third one is the staffing. Staffing is related to the staff, that is the personnel. Personnel meaning there by the people or the employees or the workers working in the organization. Because the actual work is to be done by the workers or the employee of the organization, and all the functions or all the activities regarding the workers or the people or the man or even the employee, let's say, are included into the staffing. Fourth comes the directing or direction. Directing means we have to see whether the workers or the employees are working properly or not. So we have to supervise it, and if they will be in trouble, they have any doubts or queries, then we have to solve it. Meaning thereby we have to provide them guidance. Now, that is what is direction. So direction means, in mathematical terms, we can say like that. Direction means supervision plus guidance. So whenever the combination of supervision plus guidance, that becomes the direction. And the last is the control. According to planning, whether the activities are completed or not, and if not, which are the deviation, what are the causes, and then after we have to take the corrective action so that it doesn't arise in future. Now, that is the meaning of control. After completing these functions of the management classification, we are going to see in detail actually what the functions are all about. So currently we have to just keep in mind the functions. We don't have to write details whenever it is asked in examination as a part of the classification of the management function, right? So that was the Kunz and Ordnance 5 function. Once again, planning. Second is the organizing. Third is the staffing. Fourth is the directing or the direction, and the last is for the control. Let's move on to the second one. Second is according to Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol is once again very famous name. From the second chapter, you will be able to learn the principle of management given by the Henry Fayol. So, as far as the Henry Fayol is concerned, the functions of the management are 5, like the same from the Kunz and Ordnance. First one, planning. Second one is again same, organizing. Third one, instead of staffing, see its direction is given, which was the 4th function. Number 4 is the coordination. To maintain kind of coordination, all the activities must be coordinated so that the accomplishment of objective become easy. And the last one is controlling. So almost same. There is only one change. Instead of staffing, here is a coordination. Otherwise, rest 4 are the same. Then number 3 is according to the Peter Drucker. According to Peter Drucker, there are 3 functions of the management. First is managing a business. Second one is the managing the managers. Third one is managing workers, man and work. So the functions of the Peter Drucker are mostly concerned with the managing. We have to manage, right? So managing what? First, we have to manage the managers. Managers are the person who manages everything, and we also have to manage the managers. Second comes the managing the business. Actually, the managing the business was the first one, and the manager was the second one. If you are not able to maintain the sequence, then again it's okay, fine. The marks will not get it. Okay, so then managing a business, then managing a managers, and lastly the managing the workers, man and the work. Fourth one, according to Luther Gulick. Now, this is a very important one. Mostly the Luther Gulick is asked in the examination, because according to the Luther Gulick, there are 7 functions of the management, and 7 functions are planning, then comes the organizing, then staffing, then directing, and then coordination. Up to coordination, we have already seen into the Henry Fayol and the Kunz and Ordnance. Now comes the reporting and the budgeting. Now the reporting stands for the just remind the 11th standard. You have understood and you have learned the one word, and that was the communication. Communication means exchange of information from one level to the another level. So basically it's a two-way process where the information is being exchanged between 2 levels or the 2 people. Where in terms of reporting, only the information is sent, it is not received back. So reporting means to send information from the bottom level to the middle level, and thereafter from the middle level to the top level, so that decision making will be easy for the top management level. So basically reporting is a one-way process, whereas communication is a two-way process. Now That's the difference between the two terms, and we have already understood or learned in the 11th standard. Fine. So just keep in mind it's a reporting, and the last comes the budgeting. Budgeting means to estimate our income and expenditure for the upcoming year, which are going to be a part of the organization's overall financial portion. So it's estimating the income and expenditure for the organization for the upcoming year. That's called budgeting. It has been prepared by the different department, and then after it's been presented to the top level management for the sanction. Right. So if you want to remind all the functions according to the Luther ruling, 7 functions, then we can have one formula for it. It's kind of an abbreviation, and if you divide the abbreviation, then it will become, it's like first letter, just take a first letter, that becomes P, O, S, D, C, O, R, and P. So that becomes the famous formula of POSCOP. P stands for planning, O stands for organizing, S staffing, D directing, the direction. Now be careful in number 5, because it will include 2 letters, that is the C and O, that stands for the coordination. If you take 1, then the management function will become 8, it's 7. So it's a C and O, combination of C and O, that becomes the coordination. Then reporting, and the last comes the budgeting. So that's a famous formula of the POSCOP given by the Luther ruling. And the last one is according to Dr. George R. Terry. Again, he has given the definition, and we have done the definition. The functions are almost same, like a Bunsen ordinal: planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Only the difference is that it's not included the staffing. Otherwise, the functions are same. Once again, planning, organizing, directing, and the controlling. So these are the various functions of the management given by the different expert or the writers. Now it can be asked as a 1-mark question. If it is asked as a 1-mark question, then only one author or one expert will be asked, or as a part of your MCQ, like Dr. George R. Terry have given how many functions of management, and your answer will be 4, right? And if it is asked as a 1-line question, that is Dr. George R. Terry has given functions of management described or mentioned, then you will mention all the 4 functions given by him. And if it's a 2-mark question, then you have to write all the authors and their respective function. But the chances of 2-mark question is less, and 1-mark question is more, and so as your MCQ. So you remind it, right? And it's a very important topic. Now, from the next topic, we'll discuss with the functions of the management in detail.